What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Herco8 back at it again with another video. Now, I know it's been almost 30 days since the very first review, but I wanted to get time to actually play the game. I didn't want to play it and rush it. I wanted to experience the game in all of its beauty. Also, I wanted to platinum the game, and I think I finally have a great understanding about this game. Now, I know what you may be saying, well, you can just play a game once and make an opinion of it. No, I think you just play a game more than once and get that opinion, or else you don't have these updated reviews that some people make. If you don't know anything about this game, which I don't know how you don't know, it takes place 3 years after the last game, Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. Nate and Elena finally get married, and he has retired from the treasure hunting life. He has a normal life, he has a 9-to-5 job, and he makes an honest living. Honestly, legitly. Him and Elena are normal people. It's what all of a sudden, out of the blue, Nate's brother, Samuel Drake, which we again know nothing about, comes into the picture, and he pulls Nate into this treasure adventure, and that's where Uncharted 4 really takes place, and it really is how it kicks off the game. So with that being said, I'm going to break this review down into 4 parts. The first is going to be gameplay, the second is going to be visuals, the third is going to be the story, and the fourth is going to be the overall impact that this game left on me. Alright, so gameplay. Some people just didn't like the gameplay. I can kind of see, but I really don't see. Naughty Dog has put so much emphasis to make sure that the game is as fluid and realistic as possible. Now, you gotta understand, it's still a video game, so everything is not realistic. But the things that they do make realistic, like the animations, the facial expressions, the interactive AI, it's awesome. So starting off with the AI, the enemy AI for that matter, it's very smart, very smart in this game. Naughty Dog kind of went to the Metal Gear Solid route and added some threat indicators and some stealth modes. Well, not stealth mode, but more like a stealth way to do things, which leads me to say that there's 2 ways you can play this game. You can play it completely stealthily when it's applicable, because there are some parts where you have to fight, or you can just go in guns blazing. It's your choice, and I love the fact that Naughty Dog has given you the choice to either sneak around or go in guns blazing, you know? And the fact that you can get past every enemy without even being seen and complete the mission is amazing. It's new for Uncharted. It's nothing new for games, but it's new for Uncharted, and I really like that they went that route, especially after the waves and waves of enemies that a lot of old Uncharted games used to get. Moving along to the companion AI, which whether if it's Elena, Sully, or Sam, they're very helpful, and they're very smart. Like they will not get you seen by other enemies. If you're going in stealthy, they're going to go in stealthy. If you're going in gun blazing, they're going to have your back. You know, depending on the difficulty on what mode you play on, either they can take down enemies quick, or they will have a hard time taking down enemies depending on how you play. Whichever gameplay you have, they adapt to that gameplay, and I think that's really smart on Naughty Dog's part. Moving along, the gun controls, they're a little bit tighter, but it's not a shooting game. I'm just going to put that out there now. It's not a shooting game. It gets the job done, but it's not a shooting game, and that's okay. Uncharted is not meant to be strictly shooting. It's, as the name implies, Uncharted, going to this place that no one else has been, you know? So it's meant to be an exploration game with shooting mechanics built into it and a cover-based system. Everything is also standard. You got your cover base, which you can snap to, and then you have a new rope mechanic as well, which I don't understand why they couldn't put it in earlier games. Maybe it wasn't meant for that. Maybe the PS3 hardware couldn't handle everything plus the rope. But man, This rope is amazing and I love it. Everything about this rope. I wish there was more opportunities where you can use the rope. And it is what it is. And, you know, just nits and nannies about the gameplay that makes this game great. As a whole, it does come together. It does feel cohesive. Nothing really does feel out of place. The only thing that I really don't like is the crates. Crates. It's like it's too much crates. It's like Naughty Dog was like, you know what? Let's just throw a crate right there. We're gonna try that out. So other than that, the gameplay is completely solid. Alright, moving to the visuals. I mean, what can I say? If you haven't heard it already 50,000 times, the game is freaking gorgeous. Even the gameplay that you're seeing in front of you right now is freaking gorgeous. I mean, what do you want me to say? Like the way that Nate walks in the grass into a field and the leaves react to him walking, or it's just the wind is swaying and then you pan the camera around and you can see the freaking hair going with the wind. You can tell that Naughty Dog took their time to really capture everything, to really bring you into this world of Uncharted 4. Like it's breathtaking. Especially there's this one trophy called I Can See My House From Here, and you have to get onto the very, very top of a tower, and you just pan the camera around, and it's probably the same moment you get when you played Uncharted Drake's Fortune and you saw Drake's clothes get wet for the first time. You've never seen that in the game. So for this, the distance that they can provide, it's just amazing, and I gotta give it up to Naughty Dog for making probably the best looking game to date, and I think it gives PC games a run for its money, you know. And I even heard this from people who don't even like Uncharted. Like, they completely hate Uncharted, but the one thing that everyone agrees on, the game is the best looking game, especially for this generation. Like, there's no doubt about it. Alright, so I'm not even gonna go into that. Alright, the story. Now, when I got this game, my number one question was, who the hell is Samuel Drake? You know, it's been 15 years since they knew about each other, but we didn't know who he was. The only issue that I have with this is we had a little backstory back in Drake's Deception, but we didn't get any information about Drake. We knew about him being in a orphan, and we knew that Nathan Drake was not his real name, but we didn't know anything about Samuel Drake. So before the game was released, a lot of people was like, oh, they just doing this game for a story. But the way that Naughty Dog implements Sam is great, even though it's for 2 or 3 chapters. The backstory that we get for Sam is enough to kind of make you love Sam. It kind of make you feel bad for Sam and like Sam at the same time. Now, a lot of people don't like Sam. Me personally, I love Sam. He's very clever. I mean, it's obviously he's out of date with a lot of stuff, being that he's been locked up for the past 15 years while Nate's just running around. But you can get a real sense of where Sam's coming from, in that he's kind of this child who's been locked up. You know, he wants to get out there and have fun, and you can tell that this is a mirror image of Nathan Drake, because Nate settled down. For the past 10 years, he's been treasure hunting and going places with Sully, and that's how he met Elena, this and that, and he settled down. He's not into that life no more. So when you meet Sam, you're kind of getting that Nate that we're used to from Uncharted 1 all the way to 3, including Golden Abyss, if you want to include that. When he pulls Nate back into this life, Nate doesn't want to go, and it takes a while for him to get adjusted, for him to get that excitement, because every time they find a new clue and get closer and closer to where they need to go, Sam is the only one who's getting excited, and Nate's like, I'm only doing this because you're my brother. I mean, there are times where Nate does get happy, but at the same time, it's he's calmed down, and you can really see that. And Drake and Elena, they're perfect for each other. There's this one moment in chapter 4, and they're just eating dinner, and it seems so simple, but yet it's so realistic. It's how a couple should be. And all throughout the game, Nate and Uncharted, Nate and Elena, they're connected. They're meant for each other. They was made to be together, and I think that Naughty Dog created that perfectly. Even without Amy Hennig, they created that perfectly. And a lot of people are saying that there's a lot of Last of Us into this game, which it is. And they're saying that because Neil and Bruce worked on The Last of Us. But people tend to forget that they also worked on Uncharted 1 and 2. And then they moved to The Last of Us. So it's not like they're completely new to the Uncharted world. They helped bring the first 2 games in, and 2 being the best game of the PlayStation era. So it's just, I'm not understanding why people thinking that they're brand new and that, oh, they only know Last of Us, so they brought that in. No, they're used to this. It's Amy Hennig who created Drake, but she left the company for other reasons, whatever. But you can still kind of feel her impact that she had on Nathan Drake in this game. So, moving along, Rafe and Nadine, oh my god, they're a great couple. A lot of people saying that Nadine is not needed and you can just have Rafe, but I think with all the games, Uncharted games, you have to have that main villain, and you have to have that side villain, and that's necessary, because you just can't do it by yourself. And they kind of need each other. Rafe has the money, Nadine has the army, and they just need to be together. So I think that the way Naughty Dog put them both together is very, very, very smart. Especially with Nadine, not masculine, but this more very intimidating statue that she has about her. You know, if you see Nadine in real life, you will probably back off a little bit. There are some times where she kicks ass. Like, seriously. I think if I seen her, I would probably want her to be my wife / bodyguard. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be ashamed if she kicked somebody else. I wouldn't be ashamed. But yeah, the story, how everything comes together, it feels cohesive. Now, the pacing is slow at the beginning, but it is a good pacing. And I think that the way that they kind of snuck up on you on some things, it did a great job. You know, it's like a roller coaster. When you start out, you go up slow. And then once you get to that top, that's that peak where everything changes. Then you just go downhill. And everything's just guns blazing and excitement. And then you go back up. And that's exactly what it is. I mean, it's not bad, but it's needed. I think it's necessary. Some things aren't necessary, but for the most part, the way that they do it is completely necessary. Alright, so how do I feel after playing the game 5 times plus multiplayer? I have to say that I feel very good. I enjoy playing this game. I enjoy actually getting to know Drake more, because every time you play the game, you notice different stuff. It's kind of like watching a movie. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Oh, I didn't notice that. You know, you notice different things, and you try different things. You try different routes, this, that, and it's just great. Naughty Dog really created a masterpiece. If I had to give it a score, I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10, because it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. It has its flaws. It does, just like any other game. However, with that being said, I believe that Naughty Dog delivered the masterpiece that it needed to kind of put away Nathan Drake. They did it without any indication that Nathan Drake's going to be back. You know, I don't know what the single player DLC is going to be about. The way that everything just comes together at the end, it's a great job. I take my hat off to Naughty Dog. I'm proud of what they did. I'm proud to be able to play this game. I'm just glad that we're at a time where we can have these amazing games and developers really care about the game, and they're not just trying to make money. So, again, if you need any recommendation that you should buy this game, and I know probably 10 10, 15 people are going to watch this video. If you need any indication, go buy it. Like, that's it. There's no doubts about it. Go get this game. Even if you never played Uncharted before, I believe you should go get this game. So, that's it. That's my review. I kept it spoiler free. It's your boy Hercule Wait signing out. Peace.